What's up, motherfuckers? Nobody Noel here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about a game. Came out in 2015. You might have heard of it. It's a small franchise. You know, it's not that popular yet. You know, I think it's gonna get popular later. It's called The Witcher 3. And there's The Witcher 2 and the first Witcher before that actually came out. So like it wasn't, they just didn't skip to The Witcher 3. I know like people have had questions for me about that, like, Nobody Noel, did they skip directly to Witcher 3? I haven't heard of The Witcher 2 or The Witcher 1. And you know, I always tell them that's because The Witcher 1 and The Witcher 2 are terrible fucking games. That's why I always say that. And why do I always say that? Because they both have the shittiest endings I've ever seen. If you ever read a really good book and that has a shitty ending, it kind of ruins the rest of the book. And yeah, I'm usually not one to say that because like I'm always like, oh well, even though like in like Fallout 3, even though I hate the story and I hate the beginning, you can still like somewhat enjoy something about the game somewhere, even though it's shitty. And New Vegas is superior in every conceivable way. I'm sure if I tried hard enough, I can find something I like in that game. And I'm sure if I tried hard enough, I could fucking make myself believe in unicorns too. But that ain't fucking happening. You know, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, I've been playing that. I haven't finished it yet, but I've actually been spoiled to the ending already. And it's been getting a lot of shit from like professional reviewers and shit and journalists and shit. And it seems to me that like they don't really know what an ending is. Like Angry Joe, he was saying about like, oh, the game just kind of ends like all of a sudden. And I guess he's kind of right on that, but he's also a fucking idiot. Said, oh, well, it's just setting up the next game. Meanwhile, they came out and said that they weren't going to do a next game like for a really long time. But in the end of Deus Ex Mankind Divided, you go and kill the leader of the terrorists, and you cave his face in. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, you go up to him and you just go like, BAM! And just cave his fucking face in. Like, it's pretty cool, to be honest. It just kind of, and then it kind of like ends. Like, he kind of goes like, McCready or something. I think that's the guy's name, McCready. McCready. It's over. Like, I can't do Adam Jensen. I can only do like, I never asked for this. I can't even really do that. Fuck you. You deal with it. And you know, Angry Joe gave the game like a shitty review now, and he was talking all this shit on the game for ending like that. And you know what? Like, that's fine if someone doesn't really like the game because of that. You know, they're entitled to their opinion. But then I went back and watched his Witcher 2 review about this isn't just an Angry Joe like rant, I'm just saying, but I went and watched his Witcher 2 review, and at the end he was like, the game ends perfectly, and like jacking off to the game basically, and jacking off CD Projekt Red, which they're a bunch of Slavs over there. I have a pair of Slav squatters over here. I'm not gonna get up to go get them because I'm fat and lazy. You made a shitty game with a shitty fucking ending. And and it was literally a ending to set up the next game, and there was no complaint. Getting back to The Witcher 3, I went off on a little bit of a tangent there. The problem that I have with The Witcher 3 is that I never played The Witcher 2 before, or The Witcher 1. I just kind of went in, and I knew that I was going to be missing a bunch of shit because I didn't play the first two games, but I was like, whatever, like, I'll just play it for, like, some gameplay or something. I'll play it for, like, the RPG and the conversations or something. Like, I'm sure I can figure out something to like. Nope! Basically, the conversations end up devolving into using your Witcher powers to get information out of people. And, like, that's it. He just does a bunch of Naruto, like, hand signs or something. Like, he goes, like, I will be Hokage. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I'll give you the information now. Like, this is fucking stupid. You know, how would you like it in Dark Souls if all you did was just level up sorcery and then you basically win the game? Oh, wait. How would you like it in Dark Souls is it if you just, like, went up to Andre and then you just went, like, fucking did some Naruto, like, hand symbols or something, like, and then you go, like, I will be Hokage, and then he's like, oh yeah, by the way, the secret to killing Ceaseless Discharge is not to actually fight him, but like you have to run back to the door after you pick up the clothes, and then he'll jump, and then he'll fall, like, and then you hit him a couple times, and then he'll fall. Like, how would you like it? I mean, I guess that would actually probably make the game better, so this is a really bad example. But the problems I have with The Witcher 3 is that The Witcher 3 isn't an RPG, but it's in the RPG categories, and I went in expecting a role-playing game, but I got an action-adventure game where you can shave the side of his head. And that's it. Like, that's what you got. You got an action-adventure with hairstyles. And, like, that's it. Fucking Madden, I'm pretty sure, I've never played Madden or, like, MLB The Show, but, like, I'm sure that those games have more in-depth RPG elements. Fucking, I play a lot of Skyrim, I mod it a lot, but, like, vanilla Skyrim has more RPGing going on in that motherfucking game, and that's barely an RPG. That's barely a fucking role-playing game, dude. And you know what really pisses me off? There's a lot of people always, like, giving a lot of praise for The Witcher in The Witcher 3. But I never really understood it because it's really not engaging at all. I tried to play for like 10 hours and I really tried to do it. It's not engaging. Like I really tried here, people. Like I know that I can be really like hard to recommend games to. I know I can I don't really like to put like a lot of time before like I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go play that game a lot. But like it's like For Honor, I just got it. It just came out too. It's pretty fun. Like within like 30 minutes, like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking play this game. But, like, when you spend the first 5 hours of your game being, like, leashed around from the neck. There we go. Oh, you want this wide open world? Oh, well, you're going to have to get through this shit. First 10 hours of your open world game should be you going and exploring the open world, just like the other 5,000 hours. You shouldn't be, like, leashed around and shit for fucking 5 to 10 hours. Like, I don't understand. Like, you should be able to go and do other shit. Like, who fucking made this game? I'm sure, like, other people are gonna be like, oh, well, you didn't make this point very clear, or you didn't fucking explain or elaborate. But I'm not fucking here to do that, to be honest. I was just kind of here to fucking vent a little bit, because this game fucking sucks. And I'm fucking tired of the praise of this game, and and like what really pissed me off is that the fucking game, like there was this fucking like game of the year thing where it was like the RPG category, and guess what won RPG of the year? No, it wasn't Dark Souls 3. It wasn't another like even if it wasn't Dark Souls 3, I would have been fine if it was like another RPG, if it was actually a role playing game. It was the fucking DLC for Witcher 3. Since when was DLC? Since when was DLC like a video, like a game? Like I thought it was like an add-on to a game, because you sold us a car with no wheels on it, and then you're gonna make us buy the wheels later.